everyone, and welcome to episode 43 of the Video Games Ahoy podcast. My name is Jonathan Radford, and today I'm joined by Daf Gape. Hello. Daf Weeks.
Hello.
And Zach Hamilton.
Hello.
How are you doing, gents?
All good, man.
Nintendo.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Nintendo.
Honestly,
That's tonight, right?
Yeah, well,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Tonight.
We're gonna get on, we'll talk about it a little bit later on, but it's crazy. I mean, the one thing I was just saying to Dav before you guys joined in the convo that like we haven't had one for so long.
How long has it been now?
Well, we're gonna get onto that later because that might be a little.
Oh, okay.
It's not in the quiz, but it's.
It's in the quiz. It's in the fucking quiz.
It's definitely in the quiz.
It's in the quiz.
But yeah, it's gonna be really. I am very excited. I'm trying not to get my hopes too high because there's a part of me that expects literally everything I can imagine. But yeah, I mean, even Rosie's gonna watch it, which I think is great. Like she's gonna tune in for the whole thing, which I actually love that. I think it's awesome. Should we talk about the podcast, gents?
Go on then.
Yeah.
About a little bit about the podcast. If you are listening to us for the very first time, then hey, how are you doing? We're Video Games Ahoy, and if you know us well, then welcome back. Well, I mean, yeah, it's great to have you back. We put these episodes out every Saturday morning, where you can listen to us by the podcast hosting site of your choosing. There's many of them. Which ones do you guys tend to use when you listen to podcasts?
Against
Apple.
my better judgment, I use Google Podcasts.
Yeah. I've got an Android, so I do tend to use Google just because it's already there. I can't be bothered to download anything else. But yeah, we're on loads of different ones, so check us out. And if you want to see these deliciously dreamy mugs of ours, then we're also on YouTube, so check us out there. We also have a lovely little Discord with loads of equally lovely people over there on the Discord.
Is this the first episode since we launched?
A second one.
Second one.
Second one, yeah. Same as last week. I'll put the Discord link in the YouTube description if you want to join. We've got some lovely friends, patrons, and subscribers. And yeah, if you'd like to join, come say hi, then definitely do that. More the merrier. We just like talking about games. And stick around to the end because we'll talk on the Patreon page and what we offer over there. But to everyone that does contribute, obviously, thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. I'm so grateful for everything you give us because it's great. Right, let's talk about news, and I think obviously we should start off with the big one. We're not going to talk about. So I was saying to Daf Gape before we started, we're not going to talk about what we predict because we can do that later on when it actually comes to the stream itself. But I just want to talk
that live.
Yeah, we'll do it live, and I just want to talk about the Direct in general because there is going to be a Nintendo Direct. Well, or at least there would have been already a Nintendo Direct by the time you listen to this. Nintendo posted a tweet yesterday, which was, as you can imagine, greatly appreciated by thousands of people online, saying, tune in tomorrow at 10 o'clock for a Nintendo Direct live stream featuring roughly 50 minutes of information focused on available games like Smash Bros. Ultimate and games coming to Nintendo Switch in the first half of 2021. I think there's a couple of things that's really important there that, again, we don't have to delve into predictions because I think that can be for later on. But 50 minutes that is I think one of the longest ones they do. I mean, I don't think there's been any ones longer than that. Maybe the original Switch debut Direct.
The Switch debut
but
wasn't a Direct.
Yeah, do you guys? I'm gonna put this out there. Do you guys know how long it's been? How many days it's been since the last full Direct? Do you guys have any idea?
Was it like September? Maybe.
It was September. Do you know how many days? Throw out a guess. Have a guess. Well, it's been 531 days.
Wow.
531 days. September 4th, 2019. And to tell you how long ago...
2019?
Is the last
I said
one.
September just gone.
Oh, no, man. The last one,
Holy
it was September 4th, 2019. And to give you an idea of how long ago it was, Luigi's Mansion 3 had not yet released. That's how long ago it was.
Didn't we watch a Nintendo Direct? Wasn't there like a Pokemon one?
We saw. So this is the full fat one. There's been
right.
loads of
We've seen some like little bitty ones.
Yeah,
we've not seen like a proper
showcase.
one.
Yeah, indie showcases.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
A couple of Pokemon ones.
Yeah.
A couple of Smash Brothers
then.
ones. But yeah, there's not
so
actually been a
there's
big
never
one.
been one in the
Nope.
the lifespan of Video Games Ahoy.
No, and again, one of the reasons when we first started talking about this, one of the things I was always saying was I just really want to have like a group of pals like watching a Nintendo Direct together because they're always. I think. For me personally, and I was talking to one of my friends who's in the Discord actually about it. I don't know what it is, but Nintendo do seem to do events better than anyone else. And they always do, like, one more thing better than anyone else as well. At least to me, anyway. They always... I don't know what it is. It always just seems like... And I'm going to
Newsflash, everyone. Johnny likes Nintendo best.
Man, I'm all about Sega. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows I think
next
Mario's
console's going to be a
trash.
hit.
Yeah, exactly. But
Waiting
yeah.
for the Sega Direct.
But yeah, it is interesting. Like I said, 531 days is a hell of a long time. There is only, like, I guess there is only one prediction I was going to ask you guys, and that is, do you think we'll see a Switch Pro? That's the only one I was going to ask you.
I didn't want
No.
to say. I because I might jinx it.
No, not
I don't
today.
personally think we'll see one anyway. I don't think we'll see one, but yeah,
I think there are other more pressing matters.
Sure, and it said as well. I think it specifically states that it says the first half of the year as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not really expecting to see any of the big games towards the end of the year. There might be one or two. Maybe we'll get a couple of
We
things.
did
but-
originally. I'm sure there was one point where we were predicting a Switch Pro for sort of springtime.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Switch Pro will get announced in June, though. Ready for
Christmas.
lovely times, yeah.
But yeah, it's because the one thing I really wanted to talk about as well is, like, we've already kind of discussed, the Direct as a concept has kind of it didn't happen in 2020. They Nintendo shifted to, like, smaller presentations where they could control it a bit more, and I think a lot of that might have been down to, like, contractual obligations, which we have previously mentioned on the podcast. So it is just really nice to have one of those big, fat, juicy events just coming right at us. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I love a thick Direct.
Juicy Direct
Coming at us.
coming at us. But yeah, very excited. Yeah, all right, awesome. Let's move on because I think we're gonna talk about a lot of that later. So next thing we're going to talk about is IGN's Joe Scrables has reported that a US law firm has filed a class action lawsuit against Sony, alleging that the PS5 DualSense controller is defective due to drift. Sony once again copying Nintendo, and that Sony was aware of the problem without disclosing it. The suit calls Sony's conduct fraudulent, deceptive, unlawful, and unfair. The complaint describes the PS5 DualSense controller as defective, as it contains a defect that results in characters or gameplay moving on the screen without user command or manual operation of the joystick. That is basically what drift is. I haven't experienced it, but then
No, I haven't actually.
this is specific to the PS5 one, and I mean, I PS5 DualSense. I have two controllers, but I've not.
This is just the newest
the
one.
PS5, yeah, just the PS5.
But can you not use the older controllers?
No, it's because of, like, the haptic feedback. And
Why
stuff
aren't
like
they being Why aren't they being sued for that? I mean, it's the same controller.
It's
it's
not. The PS5 controller is, like, it's got some pretty cool tech in it. But, like, this happens to every freaking controller. Like, happened to the Xbox Elite 2.0 controller. It happened to the Joy-Cons. It's happened now to the DualSense. Like, it depends. I think part of it is how you use it. Like, part of it is there's only so much testing you can do on a controller. And I think that it's going to be hard to prove that they knew that it was faulty, if it is faulty. I don't know. I feel like with the drift, it's just all very grey area and just...
Yeah, with PS5 it might be different. I do feel differently about Nintendo. Because Nintendo, it's been a thing with Nintendo since the start. I mean, like, 4 of my controllers have drift. And then Nintendo actively say it's not a thing, which is the crazy... That's the crazy thing with Nintendo. They just say it doesn't happen, when it clearly does. It happens.
So, you know that thing that's not a thing? Send us your controller, we'll fix the thing that
Yeah.
isn't a
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, they do genuinely just say that it doesn't happen, and then they
Has
fix
anyone
it.
tried to sue Nintendo for that?
Yeah, they won.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah, loads of lawsuits got
really?
against Nintendo. Yeah, loads.
But
Well,
I got both my Joy-Cons fixed for free from Joy-Con Drift.
Yeah, no, they do. That's my point as well. They fix them, but then they deny that it's a problem, even though they will fix them for free. It's like it's just it's crazy.
The problem for me though is really just that I wouldn't mind so much if it wasn't for the fact that controllers of every console are not cheap.
No.
I mean, you buy a new set
Yeah.
of Joy-Cons, what's that, 60, 70 quid?
Yeah, it's not. I think it's about 60 quid, 70 quid.
Yeah, at least. And the DualSense is not cheap at all.
Right, so then it's like, I mean, basically my response to that is like, I'm probably just not going to want to play that console at all. I mean, like, because I don't want to be, like, if I buy a new console, I want to be like, cool, this is my console. Like the only thing that's going to go wrong with it is if I decide for no reason to stand on it, and smash it. You know what I mean? Like it should, for the amount of money that you're spending on something, it just seems like such a big problem. Now, I don't know how bad it is for the PS5, but for the Nintendo Switch, it's unplayable. Like you can't play a game with the drift on those Joy-Cons.
It stopped me playing a load of games handheld. I used to love playing handheld. Like when like you said, when we were on tour together, I used to love playing handheld.
Yeah.
I mean, it got me to that tour, but I couldn't do it now because the drift is so bad on like all of them. And
you're talking from the perspective of having bought the Pro controller. Yeah.
But I do tend to not use it handheld because I've got no reason to use it handheld anyway.
Totally.
Yeah. But
I mean, that even having that is an extra cost on top of the console that you've already bought. It just seems like I totally agree with you, Dav. Like it seems like one of these things that it's going to be difficult for them to address. But it is so. I would sooner spend an extra £100 and not have that be an issue.
Yeah. It is interesting though because Zach, you actually mentioned it. The PS4 controller. I mean, I've had mine since 2013, and I've not. The only problems I get with it is the shockingly bad battery.
Battery life sucks.
It's so bad.
And the little wire they give you to charge.
Yeah, the tiny.
I just supposed to
come to it's so bad. And to be, that was the only bad thing really about the controller. I mean, to be fair, with the PS5, the battery life is a little bit better. And I said this before. The only way I was able to buy my PS5 is if I bought another controller, and I was kind of like, I'd rather do that. If I can get a PS5, I'd rather just be able to have another controller.
Yeah.
Because at least then I can just swap them in and out when I need to charge them. And maybe that's why I haven't had any drift. I don't know how bad it is. This is the first thing I've seen of it. But maybe we'll see more of it. I mean, that's exactly what happened with Nintendo. So we'll see if that happens anymore. Right, let's move on. So Pure Xbox, and this is a really impressive story actually. Pure Xbox has written an article on Microsoft helping developers improve accessibility in games. They wrote, developers will now be able to send their games in to be evaluated according to Xbox accessibility guidelines and get them tested by members of the gaming and disability community, allowing for valuable feedback and insights. Microsoft themselves wrote on the Xbox website, developers now have the option to send Microsoft their Xbox or PC title and have it analysed and validated against the recommendations provided in the XAGs. Where issues are found, they are noted with reproduction steps, screenshots, and other information to help the developer understand what aspect of a given experience may be challenging for certain gamers with disabilities. I think that, I mean, that's a really good step in the right direction. I think I love it. I actually was on Twitter the other day reading a thread by someone who has autism and saying that they struggle with certain things with regards to certain games, and it is really interesting that like some people just don't see. I think there's a gap. I think for a lot of people, they don't understand that accessibility isn't necessary. It sometimes is actually purely a physical thing as well. Like some people think that it's just like, they can't get into the game, whatever. But it's actually they physically can't play it in the first place. So it's great that they're bringing these things in. Hopefully, it becomes a standard across the board. But I think that's really great of Microsoft to be doing that.
Yeah,
it doesn't really say much else beyond what it's already said. People can send in games and recommendations and stuff, and they'll try and get things fixed and what have you. But I just think it's a really good step. And accessibility in games, like we've said previously, is improving. Seems to be across the board, which is fantastic. As much as Assassin's Creed Valhalla annoyed me, it still had an incredible list of accessibility options. Same with Last of Us 2, but we've mentioned that previously as well. It's great.
Mm-hmm. One of the great things about Xbox is that they've got that adaptive controller as well, that they made a number of years ago now. But you can plug pretty much anything you want into it. It's got a lot of ports and it's got a lot of adaptability for accessibility. You can even plug into like Wii Joy-Cons, all these different things, and you can use it on different systems. And yeah, it's just glad to see that they are continuing. They're not like, well, we've done that. We've ticked that box.
Yeah.
But it's good to see there's clearly some team somewhere in Xbox that truly cares about this and is actually doing something great about it.
Yeah, no, it is great, and it's desperately needed as well. Desperately needed, but it's great news. Let's move on. We finally have a date for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Marcus Smith, who's the creative director at Insomniac Games, posted this on PlayStation's blog. All of us at Insomniac Games say thank you for your support of Ratchet and Clank across the last 19 years and 4 generations of PlayStation consoles. It's been an incredible journey so far, and we're excited to share the next chapter with you soon. How soon? We've been working hard to ensure that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a showpiece game and exclusive for your PlayStation 5 console. We're thrilled to confirm the game will launch on June 11th, 2021. So they originally said that this game would come out in the launch window, unless they're including the first year as the launch. I mean, launch window for me is like the first 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, it's not a launch window.
That's not a launch window. Like June 11th, That's a long time. I mean, I'm so glad. I can't wait to play that game. It looks so good, and it's using so many of the best elements of the PlayStation 5. As you zip in and out in between worlds and stuff, it looks amazing. But June 11th is not a launch window. But Dab, you're actually the not the proud owner yet. You've purchased a PS5.
You're not the proud owner.
It's coming in 2 days.
By the time you're listening to this.
Here we are. Are you actually going to get? Do you reckon you'll get Rift Apart?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I've got a lot of Ratchet and Clank games to catch up on, because this is a sequel to Into the Nexus and not a sequel to the reboot that they did a few years ago.
Yeah.
So that's like 8 games. And I think they're possibly, hopefully on PS Now. If they are, then I'll use PS Now and download them onto my PS5.
Yeah.
Try and make my way through them. But at the same time, it's not like the... I don't know. I think I'll wait for it to come out and see if people are like, "Oh, you need to play the other 8 games, dude. It just connects them all." Or if they're like, "Yeah, it's just Ratchet and Clank, just play it."
To be fair, I actually played the remake, but I played it. I must have been playing something else at the same time, because I played it. I was like, "Oh, this is fun," and I put it down and never played it again. Like it wasn't bad. It just I can't remember why I stopped playing it, but it wasn't like. I know that it wasn't a bad thing. I think I was just playing something else at the time that I preferred. But it does look good. I just love the fact, just zipping in and out of stuff. I just think that's so cool.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, the this is what the PS5 can do game. That's like, Astrobot's like, this is what the controller can do. This is what the PS5 is capable of.
Yeah.
That is exciting. Exciting.
It's super exciting. Right, let's move on. According to Christopher Dring at GamesIndustry.biz, Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury was comfortably the biggest game at UK box retail last week and is the fastest selling release of the year so far. The Switch platform game is an updated re-release of the 2013 Wii U title, complete with a new side adventure, Bowser's Fury. Its launch is almost 3 times the size of the original game, which debuted at number 14 back in late November 2013. And do you want to know what debuted on the very same day that came out? The PS4. It was never going to do well that day. It's worth noting that the Wii U install base was tiny back then compared to the Switch, and it is actually the 3rd biggest, on the Switch anyway, it is actually the 3rd biggest launch for a Mario platform game on Nintendo Switch, ahead of the 2D games, Super Mario Maker 2, and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. But it's behind the 3D titles, which is Odyssey and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. It's I've just got a couple of things as well. The title's launch physical sales are more than 2.6 times bigger than Super Mario Bros. U, but nearly a third smaller than Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Although there are 2 things to consider with this. One is this doesn't include digital sales, and it doesn't have, I guess, the nostalgic appeal that those games have at all. Like, there'll be a lot of people who bought the 3D All-Stars collection purely based on nostalgia for, like, Super Mario 64, whereas that game definitely doesn't have the nostalgic appeal. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be doing really well. I've actually bought it. I'll talk about it a little bit later on. I'm really enjoying it though. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, it seems to be doing really, really well. I'll be interested to see what it's like when the digital sales are added in. According to Nintendo Life's Liam Dolan, this story. Oh my god, right, so do you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a couple of months ago now, do you remember I told you that they were doing Pokemon on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I've got a story for you about...
Oh, I love this. I think I know what this is.
According to Nintendo Life's Liam Doolin, the social media experiment allowing you to play the Game Boy Classic Pokemon Red version inside someone's Twitter avatar appears to have suffered a major blow. Prior to this, it had been relatively smooth sailing. Earlier this month, the Soul Badge was acquired, and more recently, the Volcano Badge was earned. In a new update from just hours ago, though this was posted, I think it was last week, so it would have been last week. It seems Twitter has now lost 5 of the 6 of its main Pokemon, while a number of trainers slept. A group of troublemakers, referring to it in the tweet as Team Rocket, decided to release the majority of the party back into the wild. As highlighted by Twitter user I think it's Frankie Davi, a level 41 Kadabra was saved. So This is the tweet. It says, some arseholes released most of our team while we were asleep. We did manage to save Kadabra at the last second. Sadly, Blastoise, Snorlax, Spearow, Jolteon, and Graveler are now wandering around.
Wow!
Imagine just releasing a Blastoise into the wild, like
That's
not in the
fucking
game,
awesome.
like in real life. Just going Blastoise.
I don't know what it
Amazing.
is about that story. It just seems to kind of sum up Twitter, but also humanity in just a perfect, perfectly.
It's the nerdy Boaty McBoat phase.
The good news is that they saved Kadabra, who is incredibly overpowered.
They saved Kadabra, who became an Alakazam, and then they've just won the Earth badge with Alakazam.
Right.
So,
I mean, they're going to be fine if they've got a level 45 to 50 Alakazam. By the time we get to the Elite Four, if they just do a little grinding, they'll be completely fine.
I'd like to remind everyone that me and Daf Weeks are the official Pokemon trainers in the group. Don't ignore everything Zach just said.
Oh no!
The Kadabra just needs to learn how to sell spoons to a corporate environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go for the Byron.
That's all he needs to do. Okay.
Oh, actually,
screw grinding.
go on, Zach. What are you
Is
going
the
to say?
footage from Pokemon Stadium still on Twitch?
It is,
Ooh, probably. I imagine.
Go look at it.
I
Everyone go
imagine
look at
it is.
Absolutely killed me.
Speaking of that, actually, I just wanted to quickly say I put in the group the other day. I was worried my N64 died. It has not died, but the power supply had died. So I bought a new power supply. Came today.
You should sue
it works.
Nintendo for power supply drift.
So, it was actually quite sad because it just feels like I'm sort of piecing together all the older bits are falling off the N64, but it's fine. I'm just piecing it together. It's like Frankenstein's console.
At what point can you still call it the original?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
At this point, it's like an N48.
Yeah, it's losing everything.
It's not quite 64 anymore.
But it's doing alright. I was so honestly when I found out it still worked. I was when that light came on. I was so happy because it means that me and Dav can continue business Pokemon Stadium, which is the content everyone wants to see.
That's what we're pushing. That's the lead. That's
Oh, that's it. There's actually not much news today. I mean, we could have spoken longer about the Direct, but I really wanted to hold off until later. So, do you guys have anything you want to talk about gaming wise? Any games you've been playing?
I've been playing Alan Wake. I finished it today on stream. Did it in 2 sittings. That's a. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not going to go on too long because I have streamed it, so you can always just watch it. But I really enjoyed a lot of it, and it's got a really intriguing storyline. And it doesn't talk about Control at all. But once you've played Control and then you play Alan Wake, you're like, oh, I get why this is this. So I'm looking forward to go and play the Control DLC because there is one about Alan Wake. And yeah, really cool ideas in there, and you can see how Remedy got to Quantum Break into Control. Yeah, there is an issue with dodging. The dodging mechanic is broken. It's very upsetting. I got very salty about it. But yeah, cool game. And despite some jankery, still holds up.
How old is Alan Wake? It's about maybe 7 years old now.
2013 sounds about right.
2013, yeah.
2013, so about 8 years. That's 2021 already, guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I've realised that.
About 8 years old, I reckon. And yeah, it's good. Holds up better than Uncharted. Although that did come out in 2007, so
that is true.
Yeah,
God.
I think that's it for me. Really, FIFA's cool. I've managed.
Oh yeah, you're playing FIFA.
I messed around with the settings to finally get it to an enjoyable and competitive state. For those that hate FIFA or Madden, look up sliders. Look up the realistic sliders online. FIFA added these either this year or a couple of years ago, and it's something Madden's had a long time. You interfere with that basically, and you go with certain numbers that people have chosen for sort of like tackling, proficiency, accuracy, all this other like minute stuff, and you get the right sliders, it actually becomes a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, FIFA's more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. Madden is fine, and Alan Wake's cool.
With the sliders, I used to back in the olden days. I used to buy FIFA and Pro Evo, and play them both until I decided which one to get rid of. But it got to the point where I was always getting rid of FIFA because I just prefer I always loved how the presentation of FIFA, but the core gameplay of Pro Evo always made sense to just always fit for me. I get not for everyone it does, but I used to buy FIFA for this and when the sliders first came out, I bought FIFA and I tried adjusting it to play like Pro Evo, but it just doesn't work for me. I know loads of people love it. And one of my pals loves FIFA Ultimate Team. I just could never get into it.
Ultimate Team's a whole other beast. I just like career mode. I'm League 2. I'm a woman called Envis Gape, and she's got a lovely hat on, and I'm the manager of Bolton. And, yeah, we're 5th in the league at the moment. Don't worry, Zach, I will keep you updated. And
Zach seems enthralled.
One more game that I played was Man of Medan. Did a full playthrough with M. Lily on stream on Saturday. That was a lot of fun. Everyone should play that game. You know what? It'd be perfect game. Couch co-op. You can play 5-player, but online you can only play 2-player. But it's really cool game. Everyone should check that out.
Awesome. Daf Weeks, Zach, anything you want to talk about?
I have a feeling I've played the same thing as you, Johnny.
Oh, okay. Well, should we get it? If we're going to talk about the same thing, should we discuss it now, and then Zach can go last? Okay, yeah. Dav, you go first, and then I'll add into whatever you say or disagree with you entirely. Off you go.
Okay. Well, first off, I was talking about Katana Zero. Just quick update on that. I'm at a level now which I spent about an hour trying to beat, and it's the most tedious thing I've ever done. I have to roll through some lasers that get increasingly quicker. An hour in, no. I'm putting the controller down. I'm bored of rolling through lasers and dodging a sniper. It's way too tedious, and I can't do it.
It's so refreshing deleting a game off your hard drive.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm better than this.
Yeah.
Delete.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing.
I'm not having fun anymore.
Yeah.
I'm rolling through lasers and dodging a sniper over and over and over, and I can't do it quick enough. I don't have the quick enough brain for it.
It didn't take me long when I completed Valhalla to just go delete. That was 90 gigabytes I was getting back, and I was like, nope, that's it.
But
it is satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, little purge like that is quite satisfying.
It's great.
More importantly, Mario 3D World.
How are you finding it? Because again, I don't know how you feel about the game, and then obviously I know how I feel. Obviously,
right. I'm enjoying it. It's just as fun as playing all the other 2D ones. I'm nowhere near as hyped as like playing Odyssey, for example, or playing the 3D ones on the All-Star Collection.
Sure,
it's just a different thing for me.
Yeah.
The thing that's driving me nuts about it is because it is in a 3D world, the perspective and trying to jump on enemies' heads is driving me absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I keep missing. I don't know if it's just me trying to get used to it, but it's a problem that was always in Mario 64. It's the most frustrating bit of the game, and it's annoying here as well.
Do they have the shadow underneath?
Yeah,
when you jump?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just fiddly. It's really fiddly.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I really hate it. But I've been playing it 2-player with Hoy, and I love playing those 2D platformer Marios as co-op. They're great co-op games. They're both very fun and addictive, while simultaneously also very easy to ruin your relationship on it. Jumping on someone's head while they're trying to make the jump themselves, and then they go straight down through the hole and die. Hilarious.
Yeah.
But we'll test any relationship.
Reason for divorce? He jumped on my head while I was trying to go over a hole, and I died.
Yeah.
Divorce granted.
Yeah, there we go.
Have you
Take
played
50% of all your earnings, please?
Have you played Bowser's Fury yet? Oh, you saved
touched
the
it
game. Yeah.
Same.
Me, I haven't played it either. I was actually going to stream it, I want to complete the game first. I want to complete the game. Anything else you want to say? Because there's a couple of things that kind of like I would add on to that as well. Because
initially I found the levels quite easy. I was like, this is relatively easy. And then I think there was level in World 3. Is that the deserty one?
Right. Yeah.
And there was a level on that, and that broke me and Hoy, and we just like kind of bizarrely did like a simultaneous rage quit. Yeah, like synchronized quitting. It should be an Olympic sport that we would excel at. But then, it seems to have found its way again. So, there's definitely a few very annoying levels. But on the whole, it's really sweet. I really love it. Love Cat Mario.
Yeah, Cat Mario's great.
Great.
The music is awesome as well.
Music is fab.
It's such a catchy jam. Really chipper. It's so good. Yeah. I to be honest, I kind of agree with pretty much everything you've said. Like, and to be fair, Zach actually said this a couple of weeks ago when he was actually playing it himself, and that it definitely is way more fun playing it with someone else. I've got 2 files going at the same time, so I'm going to complete it on my own, where I like get everything, like 100% complete the game, and then whenever Rosie fancies playing, we'll do a 2-player, like, and just sort of get through the levels sort of thing, so we can complete it together. So my experience of that is it's way more fun, but obviously Rosie works full time, so I don't always get a chance to play it as much with her than I do on my own. But yeah, it's way more fun with 2 people. However, I would also say that as a game in itself, it's so much better than New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Like, I really did not enjoy that game. I remember when that game came out, I was so excited because I hadn't played a 2D Mario game for so long, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. Whereas this, I'm really enjoying it, and you are totally right as well. It doesn't scratch that like Odyssey itch. Like, it doesn't really come close to that, but I kind of like how like the levels, it's just really small little levels, and it only takes like 3 minutes to get through each level, and you want to get like 3 green stars, and you got to get a stamp as well. It's really not much, but it's got a lot of charm. I will definitely say that it's got a lot of charm, and I'm really enjoying it. I am really excited for Bowser's Fury, because I know that kind of bridges the gap even more between Odyssey and 3D World. But
I'm really intrigued to see what it beholds.
Me too. I'm really excited about that. But like I said, I was going to, because I think that's about 5 hours long.
Yeah, it surprises me it's called Bowser's Fury, because he's usually such a chill guy.
Yeah, he's very. Yeah, it's. I'm probably going to stream that soon. Because I'll probably be like 2 playthroughs, I think, maybe. But it does seem great, and a lot of people have said it's one of the best reasons to buy that. Especially if you've completed the game before or had the game previously, check out Bowser's Fury. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, pretty much everything you said is kind of how I feel about the game as well. I'm still really, I'm loving it, but we'll see. What world you on now? I'm on 6. I think I'm on world 6.
I'm either on 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember at what point we turned off yesterday. No,
Zach,
I can't remember.
Zach, do you know how many worlds there are? I actually have no idea.
In the original. In 3D World, it'll be 8, I guess.
Usually
10. Yeah, usually 8, isn't it?
I guess so. I didn't finish it.
There's 10 in Super Mario Land, actually. In 3D Super Mario Land. There's
10,
Super Mario 3D Land. I think there's 10, actually, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
There we are.
I could be wrong, but I think there was 10.
I'll tell you what will be interesting, though, is whether this will be where they go from now on with regards to the 2D series. Whether they keep making games like that, or whether they go back to the 2D games.
I hope not.
No, I think they got to keep the 2D element.
Yeah,
of it.
maybe.
Will they make another 2D one?
I think they will make a 2D game, but they need to start doing something different. We've had this conversation before, but
it does need some refreshing.
Like Tropical Freeze, playing the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and then playing Tropical Freeze is just it's unbelievable how much better Tropical Freeze is.
Dude,
but I actually think that
Go on.
Well, so I was going to say, I actually think that the format might need a bit of a change. I mean, the fact that the Super Mario 64, like the reason that came about was a hardware limitation, but it was also what brought like completely new life to the series. You know what I mean?
Sure.
it's what lots of people to this day think of as like definitive Mario. Like that's what Odyssey's based on. It's what Galaxy and Sunshine are based on. I wonder if maybe they need to go. I mean, Bowser's Fury is a good example. They've done one massive world, which is a very interesting. Given that the hardware limitations now are so few, it seems strange to kick you out into the overworld so often. It seems like an interesting way to go. I don't know if it's the way to go, but it might need a little bit of Breath of the Wild style revitalizing.
I want a 2D...
Mario MMO, anyone?
Yeah.
I want a 2D Mario Metroidvania. And if
that would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If they have to put rabbits in it to sell it, then do it.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be a cool idea.
Good. And imagine if you had sort of the weapons from Mario and Rabbids as well. So they have guns and stuff, and you could use those, and the boss fights could be so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't just have to fight the Bowser minions, because the Bowser kids, whatever they're called, Larry and all that lot.
Koopalings. Is that what they called the Koopalings?
Koopa
Kids.
Koopa Kids.
Something like that.
I hate them. I hate all of them. I hate every single one of them. But yeah, man, my head's now. What if they announce that tonight?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for like Daf Weeks said, Mario MMO. I'm just down for that. Just absolutely down for that. All right, awesome. Daf Weeks, anything else you want to say about 3D?
I'm
awesome.
good.
Yeah, me too. Zach, what have you been playing?
So there's been all these people on Twitter who've been playing the first generation of Pokemon, and me and some friends got together and released all their Pokemon.
I would honestly. That would
Team
be
Rocket?
amazing.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I actually haven't.
You are starting to look like James, in all fairness.
Yeah, I was going for Jesse, but
Jesse, I know.
Yeah. No, I haven't really had time to play anything this week, apart from I'm still streaming Wind Waker. But so I'm afraid I haven't really got anything to bring to you guys this week.
That's cool, man.
Although I believe a friend of mine is going to drop off a copy of Tony Hawk's for me to catch up on, because I know you guys got super into it when it came out, and I haven't had a chance. So maybe next week I'll have some more to tell you about.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk.
I love how hyped this podcast is about the Tony Hawk's remake. Have you guys seen there's a documentary been made about it, about the original Tony Hawk games being made?
No, that sounds
Feeling
awesome.
like a
called,
Superman.
Yeah. It's called I'm No Superman. I think.
Is it?
No, wait, what is it called?
That's
it's called
Scrubs.
Feeling I'm a Superman, or dreaming
Is that what
I'm
it's
a
called?
Superman.
Yeah, all right, whatever. It's the song lyrics or whatever. Yeah, I watched the trailer for it. It looks kind of interesting. I might watch that.
That does sound great. It is weird how big those games got. Especially obviously in the peak as well. It's crazy. But that's awesome.
It helped that they were also excellent.
Yeah. They're very, very good games.
It's a niche sport, but they were excellent.
Yeah.
They were radical.
They were great. Oh God! Awesome, Zach. Anything else? Anything else?
No, man. No,
just very quickly. Do you reckon you'll finish Wind Waker in the next stream?
Well, see, there keeps being stuff that I forgot about. Like yesterday, I was like, started the stream and I was like, right, let's go to the for next dungeon. And I was like, oh no, wait, I need the fire and ice arrows. Okay, I'll get the fire and ice arrows. Oh wait, now I need to get the gauntlets. Okay, so I got the gauntlets. I'm pretty sure I need to get the iron boots now. I just keep forgetting this. And then I actually completely forgot about the Triforce hunting.
Oh God.
Which I'm a little bit tempted to do off of the stream, but maybe I'll just do it and we'll just have a good old chin wag.
I tried to see a little bit of what you did last night, but I wasn't too great. I know. It was. I still really enjoyed it.
If you're around, I'd love to have you back in the stream. But I'm really enjoying it. It's all going
Zach,
well.
you've got until the end of next week, because then we're going to start Nuzlocking, baby.
That's true, actually. I've got Friday, Saturday. Can I do it in 2 sessions?
You
I think if I
Saturdays.
do Sundays, Friday, Sundays, bollocks. I got it right on the stream yesterday as well, right?
I know.
Fuck. I've never said it right once, except for that one time. Yeah, that's true. We're starting the Nuzlocke a week on Friday.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. So you've got another 4 sessions of Wind Waker.
Oh, I've got 4 sessions. Okay, nice. Cool. Yeah, I can definitely get it done by then.
Awesome. Boys, should we do the quiz?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Shoot the quiz. Awesome.
Johnny's got a new type of question for us.
Well, I was going to unleash it, but I think I'm going to hold off till next week.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to hold off till next week. I brought a different question. It's just because the thing that I needed didn't actually arrive. And there's a very specific reason. Yeah, there was a prop. There was a prop.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I'll hopefully have it by next week.
You are hyping this up way too much, John.
No, it's not hyped. Honestly, I'm trying to de-hype. I'm trying to de-hype. But yeah.
What kind of prop could you have that would go with a question?
It's a
Wheel of Fortune wheel.
It's a wizard's outfit.
Wheel of Fortune wheel.
Wheel of Fortune would be amazing. You just imagine.
I'm gonna get you one.
When I eventually get a green screen, I'll just put that in the background.
Yeah.
Just get a green screen version. All right, awesome. Question number 1. And I'm going to give you the 4 answers. So one thing is, I've had a lot of people say to me they find the quiz really hard. I do apologize, honestly. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start reading out.
It's just me and Dav keep saying it.
No, it's not. Honestly, like one of my pals just like I like there was one you had like I think it was like 8, 7, and 6. You guys had. I had none. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start giving out the 4 answers. As well. Okay. Well, the 4 options, I should say, not the answers.
But that's good because then it'll force us to hurry up as well.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's going to be one of these. So
True.
Yeah. Okay. So question number 1: which Mario Kart game introduced Bullet Bill? Is it Double Dash, DS, Wii, or 7? Which Mario Kart game introduced Bullet Bill? Is it Double Dash, DS?
No excuses for getting this wrong.
7. Okay, do you guys have an answer? Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Daf Gape, go first.
Double Dash.
Daf Weeks.
7?
And Zach.
Guys, it's DS.
It is DS.
Oh.
It is DS.
Chain Chomp was Double Dash.
Chain Chomp.
Which is really similar, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. No, it is very similar. Because I didn't play. When we mentioned Double Dash last time, I haven't really played it as much as the other ones. So like, I've been having to do a lot of research into that game, which is why that question.
Oh, so you dug out your old GameCube, huh?
Man, I sold that when I was like, that's one of the worst things I've ever done in my life. Sell my GameCube, idiot. Anyway, question number 2: Death Stranding borrowed a game engine from another Sony franchise for free and built the game upon it. But do you know which one? Is it Days Gone, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us? Death Stranding borrowed a game engine from another Sony franchise for free and built the game upon it, but do you know which one? Days Gone, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, or The Last of Us?
Ready.
Okay, do you have answers?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Percent to Daf Weeks.
Horizon.
Zach.
Horizon?
Daf Gape.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Say again. Sorry, Dav.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
It is Horizon Zero Dawn. You all got a point.
Wow.
Well done, lads.
Woo!
Oh, I was really impressed with that.
That cancels us all out.
Is it the
Might
Okay.
as well not have asked it.
Is it the Fox engine, or is that their old one?
I think Fox is Konami.
Oh, yeah, it's their old one. I don't know what the new one's called. But yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he was shopping, he was going around all the different studios checking them out, and he's like, yeah, Horizons.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Alright, question number 3. In the DS version of Super Mario 64, who do you start the game off as? Is it... Well, you've got the 4 options of the 4 characters, basically. Luigi, Mario, Wario, or Yoshi? Luigi, Mario, Wario, Yoshi.
Can you repeat that?
In the DS version of Super Mario 64, who do you start the game off as? Luigi, Mario, Wario, or Yoshi?
Next door, I can hear... I don't know what the music is, but it's something Nintendo, the music.
Oh, it's Wii. That's the Wii. Yes, Wii.
I can hear it next door. That's so funny.
Also, there's no one's playing the Wii. It's
It's
the ghost. It's the ghost in Zach's house. All right. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Zach, go first.
It's Yoshi.
Daf Gape.
It's Yoshi.
Yoshi. Dav Weeks. You got. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's Yoshi.
Have I missed something here?
You start
On the
off as
DS,
Yoshi.
they changed it, and then what? Yoshi pops up out with the green tube.
They three of them. Yeah,
all of them do.
Luigi, Mario,
Really?
and Wario run off, and then is it Lakatu goes straight to Yoshi, and he's like, Yoshi, they've all run away, and you just start running off as
he's
Yoshi.
on top of the castle.
Yeah, he's on top of the castle. Yeah.
That's why he's on top of the castle.
Yeah.
All right, question number 4. Where does the title Sleeping Dogs take place? Is it Beijing, Hong Kong, Macau, or Shanghai?
Oh, sugar.
fuck.
I thought I knew this, but...
Where does the title Sleeping Dogs take place? Is it Beijing, Hong Kong, Macau, or Shanghai?
I've never played it.
Got an answer.
Ready?
You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Daf Gape, go first.
Hong Kong.
Daf Weeks.
Hong Kong.
And Zach.
Hong Kong?
It is Hong Kong.
Ooh.
It is
It's
Hong Kong.
cool, man.
It's yeah.
Like, you get to drive around Hong Kong. It's awesome. Like, and having been to Hong Kong, it's really fun doing that. And then, but then also kind of going, yeah, but it's not like that at all, is it? Especially when you go to the north of the island, knowing that Kowloon is on the other side, and there's nothing.
All right, question number 5. The English actor Gary Oldman has appeared in numerous video games, but which one of these titles has he not featured in? Okay,
Whoa.
so one of these games he hasn't featured in. You just got to tell me which one that is. Okay, is it The Legend of Spyro: Dawn of the Dragon, The Getaway, Medal of Honor: Allied Assault, True Crimes: Streets of LA? He's appeared in 3 of them. You need to tell me which one that he hasn't appeared in.
Can you repeat the
Of course. Legend of Spyro: Dawn of the Dragon, The Getaway, Medal of Honor: Allied Assault, True Crime: Streets of LA.
Is this a trick
any
question?
of those?
This is not a trick question.
Okay.
He has appeared in 3 of those 4 games.
All right.
But which one? I was actually... Yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut until the answer. All right. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Daf Weeks.
Allied Assault.
Zach.
The Getaway?
Daf Gape.
True Crime: Streets of LA.
It's The Getaway.
Oh.
He's appeared in
Could have
The
been
Legend
any
of
of
Spyro.
those.
Yeah, and honestly, because The Getaway was the one that I added in, obviously, to go like, which one would Gary Oldman? Because The Getaway is based in London, so I tried to think of like which game could he actually. Yeah, it was The Getaway.
It's the one I was least
Spyro.
familiar with.
I played that game as a kid, and I was like, wow, this game's amazing, but apparently it's not.
It's
Getaway.
not. But
Aw.
there's a lot I like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I loved it
it's-
as a kid.
It's the first game I came across where, like, leaning against a wall cures bullet wounds.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just,
And the
just.
last.
Oh. All right, I'm fine. All right, let's go again.
that's a very British thing as well. Say, oh, just give me a second, man. Oh,
Oh,
whew.
That
5
last
seconds.
rocket really winded me.
that. And also, no heads-up display. And the only way you know to get around is the indicator on your car.
Yeah.
I really like that detail.
That
There's
is
so,
great,
many,
that's
so
great.
much to like about it, but it is pretty shit.
Well, it is no, but it is interesting though, because I said this last time. But there are a load of games around that time which did things which bigger games then kind of stole and improved on. And I said there was Scarface, the video game, so that it had this concept. We're way behind on, like we got loads of time, which is why I'm going on a tangent on Scarface. By the way, there was a thing in Scarface where like you built up your anger levels and then pressed like R3 and L3, I think it was. And then unleashed like this special move, which GTA 5 then just did in the next game, which is the exact same thing. Scarface was a very good game. by the
If
way.
only they'd patented it.
Yeah, well, exactly. Patent everything. All right, question number 6. In the Golden Axe series, what is the character Tyrus Flare? An Amazonian, a barbarian, or a dwarf? In the Golden Axe series, what is the character Tyrus Flare? An Amazonian, a barbarian, or a dwarf?
Interesting you only have 3 answers for this one.
Say it again?
Interesting you only have 3 answers for this one.
There's only 3 characters
There's
in
only
it.
3 characters.
Ah.
So there's only so far I could dupe you.
It's a really good game. I really like Golden
Yeah,
Axe.
Golden Axe is great.
I used to
Love
like to play as.
Favorites
I
as
won't.
well.
I won't say which character, what the name of the character was, but I used to play as the dwarf. Because he's the
Maybe
coolest.
Tyrus Flare.
Could have been.
Could have been.
Could have been. I actually don't remember their names of any of them, so I don't know which one's which. I can picture all 3 of them.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Zach go first.
Amazonian?
Daf Gape.
Barbarian.
Daf Weeks.
Barbarian. It's not a very dwarfy name.
It's Amazonian. It's
Yeah.
it's Amazonian.
Not a very Amazonian name either.
It's not. Well, also Tyrus. I almost should have changed my answer because Tyrus, the US in that name suggests male character, and she's the Amazonian's the only female of the three.
Only female of the three, yeah.
So that's very confusing, and I only realised too late, but it all worked out.
Yeah. Like you said though, bloody good game. Bloody
Really good,
good
yeah.
game. Yeah.
I was
like,
more of a Gauntlet player as a kid than
Gauntlet?
Golden Axe. Loved a bit of Gauntlet.
I think Golden Axe gets overlooked though because it's the same as Streets of Rage. It's like virtually the same game. It just has dragons in it, which is
Came in the same kind of package, didn't it?
Well, I think
you could get both.
Yeah, I think I had it the same as you with that, and there was those two, and then one other game called Shinobi. But I think originally they were packaged individually.
Right.
I think I'm right in saying that.
Okay. I love that bit of knowledge because I didn't know that. Awesome. Question number 7. This is called Don't Quote Me on It. This is a little quote I'm going to throw at you. Okay. And you just got to tell me which game it's from. I'm going to give you 3 options. Okay. I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee.
Come on.
Dragon Age Inquisition, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, The Witcher 3. I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee. Dragon Age Inquisition, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, The Witcher 3.
I like this type of this. This is a new question type. I enjoy.
Well, this is the question I was going to add in anyway, on top of the ridiculous question that I was going to do.
The Wheel of Fortune question.
The Wheel of Fortune question, as it's now known as.
Stop hyping it up, Johnny!
No, keep hyping it.
D-hype! Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, press enter. Dav, go first.
Skyrim.
Hey, it's Skyrim. Yeah, you all got Skyrim.
Dav, go first.
Right. Let's go to question number 8. Which 6th generation console used the wireless controller, the Wavebird? Was it Dreamcast, GameCube, PS2, or the Xbox?
I had one of these.
I did as well.
They are not good. Speaking of battery life.
Oh, wait. Say them again, please.
Which 6th generation console used the wireless controller, the Wavebird?
Sorry, I wanted the answers.
Dreamcast, GameCube, it's just 6th generation, yeah, PS2 and Xbox.
Cool, thanks.
The OG Xbox. Okay, do you guys have your answers?
Yeah. Oh, I've just written in Wavebird. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, press enter. Daf Weeks.
Xbox.
Zach.
It's the GameCube.
And Daf Gape.
GameCube.
It is, of course, the GameCube.
Don't remember
Right.
that at all.
Yeah, it was the Wavebird. It was supposed to complement when the GameCube was originally called the Dolphin. Just to have that little water.
I only know that because people talk about when they play like Smash Melee competitively, and like they always like, oh, can you imagine playing this on a Wavebird?
Apparently, it was one of the first instances of like a console using a wireless controller. There are other instances, but it was the first like successful version, which is
Successful.
I mean, at the time,
yeah.
to be fair, at the time, it was one of the best things
it was,
available.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
at the time we didn't really.
Yeah, our
do
tolerance
wireless
for it now
controllers.
would be like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't tolerate it now, but back then it's like, oh my god, this is
Also,
the future.
I think it was massive, if I'm remembering rightly.
It
I feel
was,
like the normal controller was like this, and the Wavebird was like this.
Yeah, so it was the same. It was the GameCube controller with like a chunky boy underneath.
Yeah,
it was just like a
right.
big. Yeah, it was crazy.
So, I had on the NES an infrared wireless Nintendo controller.
Cool.
It did not work for shit.
I bet.
Yeah, because I imagine it'd be more like a remote control.
It was
like
a TV remote.
and people don't like that's like going. Like you're there going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not work at all.
I really would love to have seen like young Dav just getting really frustrated at that.
But it's
Playing-
cool
playing
because
Super Mario World. All right, question number 9. Name that badly described game. Here we go. Sleuth wings it whilst causing destruction and dismay.
Ooh.
Sleuth wings it
Cryptic.
whilst causing destruction and dismay.
Sleuth.
Sleuth wings it whilst causing destruction and dismay.
I have no idea. Sleuth wings it.
Whilst causing destruction and dismay.
This is a really hard one. I feel like you've given us a lot of clues there.
There are a lot of clues.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of clues in that.
Sleuth is what's stumping me.
Sleuth wings it whilst causing destruction and dismay.
Wings it is the one that's getting me.
That's what I mean. Like, what's a sleuth that would be? I mean, look.
Who's a detective pilot? Who is a destructive detective pilot?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I think you're all going to kill me when you find out what the answer is. Okay, I'm going to have to call this in a... I'll give you another 10-15 seconds, okay? Because we are running pretty good for time.
Wings it.
Fuck. This is so difficult, man. I've got an answer. It's not right, though.
Oh, wait. Alright, I've got one.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, press enter. Daf Gape.
Darkwing Duck.
Daf Weeks.
Ooh, P.I. Pelican and the Boom Boom team.
Zach.
I went with Just Cause.
Would you kill me if I said Untitled Goose Game?
Yes.
Okay, hold up. How is it a sleuth? How is
he
it
a sleuth?
The whole thing is the goose going around sneakily stealing things, and it's a word used to describe someone that sneaks.
I thought a
sneaks
sleuth
in.
was someone who like
An investigator.
Yeah.
It can be described for that, but it also.
I guess you're a
You
sneaky
dick.
You're sneaky.
I think Darkwing
Wings.
Duck is a very
Darkwing Duck
good
is a good one as well. I enjoyed that. All right, question number 10.
Sneaky boy.
The Xbox 360 famously suffered from many hardware problems, and some estimates have put the percentage of consoles bricking at around 54.2%. But do you remember what term was used to describe the hardware failure for the console?
Yes.
The Xbox. I suffered from this, and I was very annoyed because they wouldn't do anything about it.
Do you
They
need the full
refused.
specific term?
There's just
sued
a
for
very
that?
there's a very specific. Yeah, they did actually get sued. They did. There
Wait,
was a huge
would you
thing.
say the question again?
Yeah, that's fine. So the Xbox 360 famously suffered many hardware problems, and
Right.
some estimates have put the percentage of consoles bricking at around 54.2%. But do you remember what term was used to describe the hardware failure for the console? It's a very famous term was used.
Okay, I mean, I have a yeah.
Okay,
I don't. It's not a very well.
we'll find out. We'll find
Yeah,
out.
we'll find out.
It's like Daddy Daddy Boom Boom or something like that. It's fine. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Present the Daf Weeks go first.
Ring of Death.
Zach,
Red Ring of Death.
Daf Gape.
Red Ring of Death.
I'll accept those. The Ring of Death is kind of what it was. Yeah, I actually had it. I messaged Microsoft about it. They were like,
Sorry, Daf Gape's about to explode because you just let me have a point for that. For excluding the colour of said ring.
I know what you meant. But
I got Ring of Death. I got Red Ring of Death, and I just unplugged it and plugged it back in, and it still works to this day.
really,
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
There was different red rings of deaths.
some
They
of
all
them-
meant different things. There's 1, 2, 3, or 4 red lights. The 4 red lights is usually overheating. This thing's dead.
yeah.
I think I might have had 3. I have a photo of it somewhere because I took a picture because I was really upset, and then I unplugged it. So I think I had 3 lights. Now that I think about it.
I can't remember which one I had. Mine was a system failure. I can't remember how many lights that was. But I basically had to go and buy because like Microsoft was selling Xbox 360s without the memory like boxes.
The
as
arcade
well.
one.
Yeah, so I had to go and buy an arcade one for like £200, which is I was so annoyed at. Like, I remember specifically me because my friend like he had the Red Ring of Death, but we bought ours so early on. I mean, I'm not excusing Microsoft for that; it was scummy as all hell. But like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
I managed my Red Ring of Death didn't happen for ages, and when it did, luckily I found someone round the corner from me in Taft's Well who was selling refurbed Xboxes for £60.
Nice.
So I got an Xbox. It wasn't the Elite. They did like a shiny black one, a Slim maybe.
Yeah.
Got that for like £60. Worked. It came with a 120 gig hard drive as well.
Yeah, that's
It's a shame because other than that, the 360 is a really good console.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
Absolutely.
The arcade games now are really bloody good.
It's the reason why I was stupid enough to get an Xbox One.
Suck it in. Suck it in by it. Right. Awesome. This is the tie break, but realistically, we've already got a winner. So the tie break doesn't really matter. This is for Pride. This is a Pride break.
Someone's already ahead by 3.
Who's ahead by 3?
Daf Gape is on 5. Daf Weeks is on 4, and Zach is on 9.
What?
You are on 9. I don't know how. But
what did I get right that you guys didn't get right?
Like,
I feel like we've all got them all right so far.
No, you got DS, you got Horizon Zero Dawn, you got Yoshi, you got Hong Kong, you got The Getaway, you got Amazonian, you got Elder Scrolls Skyrim, you got GameCube.
I got the
you
Golden
you didn't get Goose Game. You got Red Ring of Death. You've literally got 9 out of 10 right.
Zach.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Get ruined. Everyone that's not me.
So this is the Pride break.
I mean, it's
I'm
never
not
really a tiebreak.
It's never a tiebreak.
You just like the question.
To be fair, I always like adding that extra one at the end. Okay. So here it is. Tiebreak, not including remakes, upcoming games, the trilogy package, or Metroid Pinball. How many games in the Metroid series have there been?
Sorry, which ones don't count?
So remakes. So like for instance, like Return of Samus on the 3DS is a remake of the second game.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count. Upcoming games is in Metroid Prime 4 because it's not released yet. The trilogy package because that is technically a release even though it's the 3 games in one. So don't include that. And then Metroid Pinball.
Metroid Pinball. I need to play that game.
I'm primed and ready.
Hey.
Can I ask a question about one of the games in the list?
Yes.
Federation Force. Does that count?
Yes.
It does.
I will. It does count. Yeah.
Fair.
It's part. It's part of them. It's all included.
Sure.
Because I think. Yeah. I'll explain why.
Oof.
Kind of semi-guessing. All right.
Dab's got a semi.
I've got a semi, yes.
I have a turgid answer.
Oh, God.
Wow.
All right. Do you guys have answers?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Press enter. Dab Gape, go first.
9.
Dab Weeks.
6.
Zach.
8.
The answer.
Is it
Actually,
eight?
I'm going to read out. Actually, Dab Gape, you got the closest, so you get the 2 points. Can you read them out, and I'll tell you which one you missed.
Okay. Metroid.
Yep.
Super Metroid.
Yep.
Other M.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Federation Force.
Yep.
Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3.
Yep.
And then there was one I couldn't remember the name of, and then the rest were guesses.
Okay. So I'll read through them. Metroid, Metroid 2, Return of Samus, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime Hunters on the DS.
I remember that game.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Metroid Other M, and Metroid Prime Federation Force. The other ones were
a lot more than I realised.
I forgot about Other M.
The other ones were Samus Returns, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Metroid Prime Pinball, and Metroid Zero Mission. I think Metroid Prime Zero Mission is the first game remade. I think it is.
Is it?
Or for the Game Boy Advance, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, it's really good. People say that Metroid Zero Mission is an absolute banger. But that's it. Zach, congratulations. Well done. You absolutely, it's 9 out of 10.
Mate.
And I was trying so hard not to have any Zelda questions. I'm fighting the urge. All right, that's the end of podcast number 43. Thank you very much for listening today. If you enjoyed the show, then please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Tell your friends and give us a review or a comment, because that would mean the world to us. Ultimately, this podcast is supported by a whole host of wonderful people over on Patreon, our lovely patrons. So to everyone that contributes, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And if you would like to support us, then please check out what we offer over on Patreon. We definitely have got to do Hall of Fame soon, probably in the next week. So that should be up soon. And to access all of the other episodes, you can just pay £1. And we've got, I think this will be the 6th one we've got coming. And they've been really good. They've been really fun. I really enjoy Hall of Fame. I really enjoy it. But yeah, you can pay £1, £5, or £10. But you won't have to pay £1. You get access to all of the old episodes as well. And if you don't want to or can't, And that's absolutely not a problem. We are just very grateful for you listening to the show. We're also proud to say that we're affiliated with Green Man Gaming, so if you do have any gaming needs and want to look for some delicious deals, then make sure you check out the link in the description. We are I think, Daf Gape, you pointed out we've been streaming every day for like a month now, is it?
Yeah, we've been going 32 days straight at the moment.
We'll be continuing that streak probably for a while now, because I think as long as you continue streaming on Saturdays, that's pretty much that is every day covered. So yeah, keep an eye out for us over on Twitch. I have Fixman64, like I said, so hopefully we'll be doing a retro stream soon. Though I might focus on Bowser's Fury, and like Zach said, he's going to do some Wind Waker. Dav's finished his Alan Wake, and they'll be doing their Nuzlocke soon as well. So keep an eye out for us on that old Twitch. And if you'd like to join our Discord, like I said, hit the link below. We'd love to chat. We'd love to have a little conversation about video games. And that's it. That's it. Gents, it's been an absolute pleasure. We are Video Games Ahoy, and we'll see you next week.
Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Ahoy!